Hello, I'm Fabrizio Fanelli. I'm here with Sean Lyden at LINC 2019. So Sean, yesterday you presented the new data regarding the Stellarex balloon. Can you tell us a little bit more?
Yeah, so as everybody knows, in December there was a meta-analysis from Dr. Katsanos at Greece that basically said there may be a safety concern with the use of drug-coated balloons and long-term mortality. So we looked at all the data from the Stellarex platform. We looked at the data from the 2 randomized clinical trials, looking at event rates for all-cause mortality, cardiovascular mortality, and non-cardiovascular mortality in the randomized trials, and really found no increased mortality risk for patients in terms of drug-coated balloon with the Stellarex platform as opposed to the standard balloon platform. And then we looked across the data sets for all the non-randomized trials. And you really can't compare the two because they weren't set up that way, but when we look at the almost 2,400 patients in the non-randomized trials, that entire data cohort, the numbers of event rates are exactly similar. So really not showing any signal in patient-level data in the Philips Stellarex platform of any concerns of mortality with the drug-coated balloon technology.
So there is, and there was also yesterday a big discussion regarding this safety issue that Dr. Katsanos presented. But according to the data from Stellarex, there is no correlation with them.
So one of the calls in the Katsanos paper was really for patient-level data, and the nice part about the Stellarex platform is it's a low-dose balloon at only 2 micrograms per milliliter. It made both its primary safety endpoint and efficacy endpoint, and now when we start correlating both randomized trials from Europe and the United States together, we see no significant increase in mortality. And when we look in the non-randomized trials, we continue to see that this platform still continues to be both efficacious in a low dose, as well as having no signal of any mortality risk. So it continues to meet its safety endpoint.
And how you can transfer this information to your daily practice?
So, the added 30% increase in patency we've seen with drug-coated technologies, it really has improved what we can do for patients. And now we know with confidence that at least at the patient-level data, we don't have any increased safety risk. In light of the presentations we saw here at LINC, what further questions do you have in terms of the safety of drug-coated balloon technology in patients with peripheral vascular disease?
Safety is something very important in our daily practice. But however, we have to take in account some very important points because from the study from Katsanos, we have to underline that, first of all, not all the balloons perform the same way because there are some technical characteristics in terms of dose, excipients, coating technologies. Also, they took all the studies, but they do not make a correlation between mortality of each single balloon or each single study. And at the end, also, we have to remember that FDA came with a paper or a statement where they explained that we have to take care about the safety, but we can still continue to use the drug-coated balloons in our regular basis.
And what do you think the future holds for this whole field in terms of drug-coated balloon? Where do we need to go next? Where are we at?
I think there will be a very nice future for DCB because we observe a tremendous improvement in terms of patency and benefit for the patients. Obviously, if we can reduce more the dose of paclitaxel, this can improve and can reduce the possibility of complication or mortality rate. But also we have to keep in mind that the benefit that we offer to the patients is higher, and we can have now patency data tremendously better if we compare to other devices.
And I think the big summary is, as we heard here today, there's really no signal for a safety risk in the Stellarex platform, either in the randomized clinical trial patients of almost 380 patients or the entire cohort treated of almost 2,400 patients. I think that's really been one of the key points we've heard here at LINC.